Hi friends and welcome. So this is for Aries, Starseed Tarot and Living, where I offer some little tidbits. So I was super sick, really sick. And the way that what finally broke was my doctor prescribed me doxycycline. Literally within a few hours I was getting better. And I started to wonder, why did I put myself through all that suffering when there is this wonderful thing called doxycycline? And, so I started to get better. However, they said if it's a virus, that this will just be a temporary fix because your body's fighting a virus. So I tried taking lysine because that's for the herpes virus. It's supposed to make it not replicate. So I don't know, but I tried it and I did feel better. So you may want to try lysine. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I don't even know anything. I just know I took lysine. And the doxycycline seems to work for me, but the doctor gave that to me. So, you'd have to check yourself. The other thing is I lost a lot of weight, but the way I did it was through I was watching a Slavic girl glow up channel because I'm mostly from Finland. So I thought, well, I'm going to get back to my roots and try it. So Slavic diet is a lot of radishes and carrots, cooked vegetables, limited starches. Not too much protein either. It's just mostly cooked vegetables. So it worked for me and my DNA. So you may want to try it if you want to. Today I'm just gonna have a couple of radishes and some carrots for breakfast, and no toast, no crackers, no carb. And you actually feel a lot better. You actually feel pretty good doing that. Okay, so once you go back to the American diet, which is eggs, bacon, toast, it tastes good, and you may have a dopamine rush because you feel full and happy, but it doesn't really give you the nutrients you need until an hour later. You're feeling tired again. But I feel like pancakes are just a dopamine rush. Somebody is trying to make you go faster, and you're like, no, why do I need to go faster? Speed, but this is just part of a game. They're like, hurry, hurry. But it's the problem is magician crossed. And you're like, no, it's not a bad thing. It's actually not a bad thing. The man holding the heart and the door to value. Okay. The tools might be available, or they're not exactly available right now. It is a very good thing with the sun. It is very, very positive. You have to be patient. What's coming into the future? The victory. Oh my goodness. What are you doing? You're going to win in something here. Aries, you're going to win. Big win day. How are you going to win? The root of the issue is rest, healing, recovery. The main issue was get up, go, fast, quick. The magician and the crossing, someone with the skills and the tools. Underneath is the contract, which is justice. The scales of balance coming in with the world. A goal is achieved. Behind that is the sun. Very positive, optimistic, the growth, the happiness. You were patient. The door to spirit here is coming in. The angel of balance is coming in. A strategy. And you have healer of the ages, which is the Yeshua, and not Yeshua. This is the Messiah energy. It's miraculous, and it is the light. It is healing you. So many of you are receiving a major miracle. Okay, so what it's saying is that in the near future, you're going to be coming into a victory. You're overcoming a challenge. In the crossing is a magician. So a magician is someone with the ideas, the skills, the tools, the resources that they use. But if it's crossing your energy, with the root being pulling away and not talking to this person or not engaging with this person, there could have been someone very manipulative. You are getting justice over this situation. The angel of balance is coming in here. Ooh, there's a tower around. So you find out there's like a tower around you. You want happy family. You just want something to be like 10 of Cups, like so happy for yourself. Maybe you just want your... Wow, you're being brought to a very caring connection here. Caring connection is here. There's someone who loves you and cares about you. And you have a 7th chakra activation, which is the crown chakra, Archangel Uriel. So we have above your head, this area having an activation, which is usually about downloads and messages. There could be a portal opening today to the galactics. What do we have here for storm warning? Someone needs to be patient. The door to spirit is opening here. The thinking man. You could be dealing with someone with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in their chart. Ooh, you're coming into cornucopia. I swear to God, that just like popped out with force too. Like it had force behind it. You're coming into money, abundant property, wealth, health, the community. There's someone envious. Envy is on top. They can't be envious of your blessings here. You know, you are coming into justice, contracts, legal, things being made fair in your life, things turning out well. You've been patient, you've been tolerant, you've been understanding, you've been seeing both sides of an issue. Some of you, maybe as the magician, maybe some of you had to be very resourceful and skilled. You're coming into a huge major blessing here. You're going to become aware of this new door opening. The main energy is swift action. There is this tower around you. So there is something around you that is like very surprising, but very unexpected. But it brings you into a victory energy. This is something that basically brings you into victorious energy. Like you're overcoming, you know, went through something hard and you are coming out on the other side. Balance, temperance. You had to understand, be patient, take a neutral approach as well is what balance is about. I just want to say, I don't know why, I want to say a shout out to people in Bronx, Brooklyn. Are they in the same spot? I'm not sure. You guys are like doing the most. I don't know what is going on. I have readers and people who come to me from Bronx, Brooklyn, Bronx, New York. They're doing the most. Like it is awesome. You are coming into a situation. I don't know what your situation is, but you like literally are shining so bright right now. Yeah, so Aries here, you're being given something that is long overdue. Oh, okay. It's changing everything. It's changing everything. Very good. You didn't know what to do. Maybe you wanted to make a wise choice. Maybe there was unclear information. Ooh, okay. You're coming into a 2 of Cups. You have either a Cancer or a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius here. You have a Queen of Swords. You have a 2 of Cups coming in. shared mutual strong bond emotionally, understanding, like I like you, you like me, it's good. There's a Chariot. Someone's very determined to do this and go forward. There is a Queen of Air, being very smart. Your fear is Nine of Swords, something that you wouldn't be able to handle or that you would lose sleep at night. You're excited about this. Ooh. You're excited because you're healing. Oh, okay. This is exactly what you wanted. Page of Wands, Four of Wands. Some really good news. Your ship has arrived. You also have the Star card, Hope, Healing, and Recovery. Releasing, letting go, looking forward to the future. And we have a Nine of Cups, so your wish coming true. All right. That's what I have from the Rider, Waite, and Smith version of tarot. Arthur Edward Waite, who created, I believe, created the tarot. And he was a Rosicrucian. He was part of the Rosicrucians, which was a Christian. They were Christian. They weren't demonic. The person that became demonic from the Rosicrucian circle, but he wasn't really in the Rosicrucian circle, was Aleister Crowley. So Aleister Crowley came up with his own tarot too. He's got his own, you can look it up. There's his own Aleister Crowley tarot. A lot of people mistake tarot for the Aleister Crowley version, which is the dark witchcraft. And so you've got Arthur Edward Waite, which is the traditional regular tarot cards. That was Rosicrucian. It was woven in with Christianity and some things taken from, I think, Kabbalah, Judaism. But then Aleister Crowley came along and he was like kind of a whimsical weirdo. And he created all these things about things that he saw. You know, he came up with ideas around, he had another person partner with him, and they would do the looking into a crystal ball and scrying, looking for messages in a crystal ball, and they would get messages, and they worked with the dark side. They worked with dark forces, demons. They worked with demonic energies. They used the Solomonic texts to look up the demonic energies, so there's two sides of the Solomon's text. There's like the good side, or like the side that's just whatever. It's just history. But we have the Solomonic text that is like the one side, and then we have the dark side of the Solomonic text, which is the greater and the lesser keys. So the lesser keys are all about the demons. I mean, this is what somebody wrote that they see about the demons or what the demonics are. Now, if you're going to go down that road and like say, you know what, I'm going to do that, then that's pretty dark and negative. It's a negative thing. And I don't recommend it. I mean, I stay on the lighter side, and I'm even saying to myself, like, I might pack up all of my tarot cards that are Arthur Edward Waite, although he never did. Arthur Edward Waite didn't really, there was nothing demonic in the Rosicrucian stuff. There was nothing like about demons or using demons, none of that. Oh, it's only when you come to the Aleister Crowley stuff. And he kind of speaks badly about the Rosicrucians. He's like, these are all illusions. These are all, you know, he throws skepticism in it because he wants people to walk in the way of the dark. So anywho, I'm thinking of even like selling off my Arthur Edward Waite cards, and I might just focus on other decks, which are tarot, but not using the original Arthur Edward Waite, which is this one. And the funny thing about the Arthur Edward Waite cards is they're not copyright protected. Like the images themselves, anybody can use them because I think the copyright expired or something like that. Whatever it was, it's not copyright protected. Like anybody can use it, which is also kind of interesting. Pamela Coleman Smith made the images. She was an artist. She was a painter. And she came up with all the images. I mean, hats off to her. 78. I think she may have done... I think she did it all, but there's a... I know for a... Yeah. Hats off to somebody who can do 78 paintings. You know? Like, good grief. And the imagery and the reason behind the painting and, it's pretty cool. I mean, the fact that she made 78 paintings. I believe she was like a darker skinned lady. You can look it up. Pamela Coleman Smith. She worked with Arthur Edward Waite to come up with all the imagery, and he came up with the meanings. And so that's why they call it the Rider-Waite Tarot. There's a Rider. I'm not quite sure about Rider. I haven't really done much work and looking into the Rider aspect of it. But Rider-Waite is the general tarot that everybody sees. When you start to mix in darker demonic energies, all of these thoughts and topics come from Aleister Crowley and all that. So, I don't even know why I'm saying that. I don't even care. But I'm going to leave it there, and I'll see you again next time.